Hey, today I'm talking about the companies that are hiring autistic people. I'm super duper excited because, I mean, whew, this is a breath of fresh air. Like, this is me, this is a sigh of relief for me. It's not that I didn't know that there were companies hiring, but I'm seeing a lot of companies, and today I have 7 companies that I want to talk to you guys about that are like really big companies, right? That are hiring people on the autism spectrum. So it's very, very exciting. So when people say, "Oh, I don't know what the future holds for my autistic child," well, today I hope I bring you some hope because these companies, these big companies, are actually making their workplace inclusive for the people on the autism spectrum. So it's one thing to hire them and just let them be by themselves and figure it out. But no, I believe that what these companies are doing is they are making the workplace actually inclusive for these people, for people on the autism spectrum. So what that looks like is maybe they have, you know, how companies have a break room. So they will have a room where the autistic people can go and scream if they want to scream, steam if they want to steam. They will have things in the room that, you know, cater to their needs. Maybe less light or something, somewhere that they can just go and take a break. So that's what these companies are doing. And you know, I always say this, that people on the autism spectrum have special skills. We have to help them find it though, right? For some of the children, we have to help them find it. For most, I would say, we have to help them find it, but they do have special skills. So I have 7 companies, like I said, that I want to talk to you guys about who are hiring autistic individuals. And of course, what my intention is for this video is for you guys, doesn't matter what age your child is, but even if your child is still young, but at least in fact, it's better if your child is still young because now you know that all you have to do is to keep teaching and keep up with therapy and all of those good things. Join us on Williams Loves to Learn. We have good tips and strategies as well. WilliamsLovesToLearn.com. So all you need to do is to keep doing all that you're doing already, and over time, your child just gets better and better, and the workplace is looking more promising by the day. So let's get into it. I printed it out because I don't I don't have that good of a memory. I'm not autistic, unfortunately. Okay. I don't know if that's funny or not. Forgive me if that wasn't funny to you. But I thought that was funny. Okay. So number one is Microsoft, right? So the company, Microsoft, has an autism hiring program that aims to hire individuals with autism for full-time positions, not part-time. Okay, this is not come and work 3 hours and go. This is full-time positions. I'm super duper happy. Full-time positions in various departments, including engineering, data science, and finance. Now, I feel like for a company like Microsoft to set aside departments like engineering, data science, and finance for people on the autism spectrum, that means they have done some studies and they know that people on the autism spectrum actually thrive in these departments. I mean, what do you guys think? Because me, personally, I hate finance and I hate data science. Okay, anything that has to do with too much numbers counts me out, right? But for Microsoft to set aside these departments and say, oh, we're setting aside full-time positions for autistic individuals in engineering, in data science, and in finance. That means they've done studies, they know that autistic people thrive in those departments, and so that's why they're doing it. And so this is awesome news. This is awesome news. Hi, Bex Z Nation. What do you think, Bex Z? Like, this is making me want to cry. Like, this is awesome news. Like I said, I already know companies setting aside like certain quotas for people on the spectrum, just because people on the spectrum have like certain skills that companies admire, attention to details, um routine, being on time, all those kind of things. Autistic individuals are very good at those things, right? So I already know companies do that, but for the most part, I've heard of like small companies doing it. Like I would want to own a company one day that does it. Yeah, that just employs autistic individuals, like my son. Yes, so Bexy, God is good though. Yes, but I think I'm mostly tickled today by the fact that these are big companies and they're hiring them for big jobs. These jobs are not these jobs are six-figure jobs. Like seriously. Okay, let's move on to the next company. This one's called SAP or SAP. It's a software company launched. So it launched the Autism at Work program in 2013, which aims to employ people with autism in roles such as software testing, programming, and data management. That whole data thing again. See, data management, data science, they're all the same thing. Like data. Those things, they freak me out. I don't want to see all those numbers. But turns out autistic individuals have a skill for those kind of things. So that is so awesome. So programming, of course, I think some of us have always thought that most of them programmers are autistic people, right? Because they're so intelligent. Like they're so intelligent, their attention to details, they want to finish, they want to see the end of that particular task. Like, I want to program this thing to do like this, and then we'll put this together. I'm like, okay, obviously, you guys can tell that I don't know anything about programming, but I think it's putting a bunch of commands together to get to a desired result, right? Okay. I'm close. So anyway, so SAP, the software company, they have a program called Autism at Work. So it aims to employ people with autism in roles such as software testing, programming, and data management. That is awesome news. Again, guys, just continue to do what you do for your kids. You know, if you live in Africa and you have no access to therapy, consider joining williamslovetolearn.com. It's very, very cheap. Like, we have loads of courses that you can use to help your child thrive. Okay, it's very, very cheap, like $17 a month, and it has and you get a chance to even tell us what topic you want us to research on, right? And then we'll research on the topic. I will make videos for that topic. So but if you have therapy, keep doing your therapy and keep teaching your child even when the therapist leaves. You, the parent, you're like the best teacher for your child, so just keep doing what you're doing. Number 3 is Ernst and Young. They have a neurodiversity centers of excellence initiative that seeks to hire people with autism and other neurological differences to fill positions in areas such as technology, finance, and accounting. Oof, accounting. Again, all them numbers. I'm thinking maybe autistic people, most of them like numbers. Because finance, I mean, in school, I was given the option to do math and statistics or math and computers. Well, it kind of sounds like the same now when I think about it, but I chose math and computers because I didn't want to hear anything statistics, numbers, all those kind of things. I didn't want to hear that. But autistic people apparently are very good at these things because these companies are actually making a conscious effort to set aside some quota for autistic people to join those specific departments. So that means our children on the autism spectrum are thriving in those areas. Number 4 is JP Morgan. Everybody knows Chase, the bank. So the bank has a neurodiversity program that aims to hire people with autism and other neurological differences for full-time positions in areas such as technology, operations, and again, finance. The full-time position tickles me. Like, because most times, like when people hire people on the spectrum because they don't want to deal with them having meltdowns and all those things, just give them a few hours a day, that kind of thing. Some people, it's even a few hours a week. But these people are hiring people on the spectrum full time. So I don't know if I'm the only one happy about this. Please, if you're happy about this, leave me a comment. Like, I'm super duper happy about this. Super duper happy. Bexy says that means there's hope. There is hope. That's awesome. God is good. There is hope. There is hope for our children. Again, keep doing what you're doing. Keep up with therapy. Very, very important. And if your child is not getting therapy yet, Start today. Like the earlier you start, the better. So don't beat yourself up if you haven't started. Start today. If you're hearing about it today, start today. Start giving your child therapy. Number 5 is Ford Motor Company. We all know the Ford car, right? So Ford Motor Company has a pilot program called Ford Inclusive Works that aims to employ individuals with autism in roles such as vehicle testing. What is vehicle testing? What is that? They don't drive the car, right? Like it's robots that test the car in case there's a crash, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay. I don't know what vehicle testing is, but so such as vehicle testing, data analysis again, and IT support. So again, data analysis and data analysts, they don't earn small money, like they earn big money, they earn big bucks. So that's Ford Motor. And let me tell you guys something. When I did this research, I got like 30 companies that were doing it. So, but these are just the 7 that I wanted us to talk about. So don't think these are the only companies that are employing. I'm sure there's hundreds of companies, some of them even small companies. Like I said, it's something that I would like to do. I'm sure when I start, I'll be small, so nobody will even know about me. But like, it's something that I would like to do, like employ autistic people in my company that I own. That's something I would definitely love to do. So don't even think it's about these 7 companies. A lot of companies have like a certain quota. You know how when the women's movement started and companies had to hire women, so they had like a certain quota, say 25% of the workforce had to be women, that kind of thing. I think we're getting there where very soon a certain percent of a company has to be people who are neurodiverse. Yeah, because these people have those skills. They have the skills that they're looking for. So there's no reason for them not to be included. All they need is a little tweaking in the company structure, like I said, a break room where they can just go and do their own thing for a few minutes during the day and then come back to work. That's all they need. But there's no reason why our autism children shouldn't be in the workforce if we have done the work with them and trained them to self-regulate and learn these skills, right? All right, so number 6. I'm particularly happy about number 6. Or maybe I shouldn't talk about number 6 yet. I don't think I should. Let me hold off on number 6. Hold on. I'll talk about number 6 last. So let's talk about number 7. Number 7 is IBM. IBM's Autism at Work program. So their program is called Autism at Work. Aims to employ people with autism in roles such as software testing, programming, and cybersecurity. Wow. I mean, I don't know if you guys have tried any of it, because I've tried programming, I've tried cybersecurity. These departments, they're not moyo, they're not beans. They're hard. They're not okay, maybe they were just hard for me. I don't know. But they're hard, like to an average person. Okay. So if these companies are setting aside these departments for our children on the autism spectrum, please let this bring you hope that your child is intelligent and your child has it in them, and we just need to find it and hone it and bring it out for them. Okay. So our children are intelligent. Our children are special. Sometimes I don't like to say our children on this autism spectrum are special, because every child is special, right? But they're intelligent. They're really, really intelligent. So let's not even try to downplay their gifts. We can teach them to be whatever they want to be. To be honest, we can. Because if you don't put in the work to help your autistic child, their future can actually go in the opposite direction from what God intended it to. Like, they could have this bright future ahead of them if you just put in the work and the effort and the resources that they need to get there, as opposed to going in the total opposite direction where they're just living life because they're alive and they don't care if they die or if they leave, but they're just alive. You get what I mean? Like, we don't want that. That's what used to happen back then, when people didn't know what autism was. I remember back then growing up, some of the kids were called stupid. Some of the kids were called dumb. That's not what we want. Okay. That's not what we want. Now we know better. We're going to do better. So do what you're doing, continue with therapy, find resources, go to Williams Loves to Learn if you don't have therapy. Even if you do and you want extra, go to williamslovetolearn.com. But we need to do what we need to do to get them there. Okay, let me talk about the last company, my number 6. So I don't know, I should have just written it as number 7, Abby. Okay, so Ultra Testing. This is a software company. The reason why I wanted to talk about them last is because they focus on hiring people on the autism spectrum. So about 75% of their workforce are people on the autism spectrum. So their software company exclusively employs individuals with autism and other disabilities, as a matter of fact, for their superior attention to detail and problem-solving abilities. Whew, okay, so if that did not bring you hope, I don't know what else would bring you hope. I'm just kidding. But I hope that brings you hope. Like, I hope that brings you hope. I pray that brings you hope. I don't know, but I'm hoping you got something out of this. I'm hoping that you got some, like I did, just from reading this. Like right now, all I know that I need to do is to just keep doing the work with Williams. I don't have the fear of, will he have a job in the future? I don't have that fear anymore. I don't know about you guys. Like after listening to this, do you still have the fear that your child may not be able to survive in the future? Tell me, do you still have that fear? Because I don't. If your child needs help with being independent, then focus on it. Focus on helping your child be independent. Focus on helping your child put on their own clothes and maybe not making decisions. Maybe not yet, depending on your child, right? But even Wells, right now, I'm teaching him how to make his own decisions. Like he will ask me a question and I'll be like, what do you think? And even if he's wrong, we'll talk about it just for him to see why he answered the way he answered and what should have been a better answer, right? So whatever your child needs at this time, please focus on helping them get there. Do not even worry anymore about their future and work and all of those things. These companies are ready to hire them, and there'll be more companies when our children are ready to even go into the workforce. Okay, I understand that I'm talking to different people, and you probably have children who are already adults and all of these things. So if your child is already an adult and you need to find a center that just helps him with his social skills and all of those things, and maybe find the skill that your child has, because I believe everybody has a skill. Like it doesn't even matter. Like we see deaf, blind, Cody. You know Cody, the one that won, was it America's Got Talent? One of the music shows, Sha. He had autism and he was also blind. He couldn't even talk well, but he could sing so good. And then at the end of the day, he won America's Got Talent. Please, if it's not America's Got Talent, leave me a comment. Don't yab me. Don't yab me. Just leave me a comment. I don't know everything. Okay, so but I feel like everyone God created has a talent. Some people don't even have legs, and there's this girl, I don't even know her name. Like she doesn't have legs, but she draws. She doesn't have hands. I'm sorry. She doesn't have hands, but she draws with her feet. She eats with her feet. So people have different talents. Seriously. So your child has a talent. If you haven't found it, it's fine. Just begin to explore that. Begin to pay more attention to see what they like, and then help them build on it, right? And help them with schoolwork. Help them. Don't just abandon your children, for crying out loud. Do not just abandon your children just because you have 2 extras or 3 extras. Now that autistic child can just sit in one corner and turn out however they turn out. Please stop doing that. Stop doing that. I know my audience don't do that, but if you know someone that does that, send them this video. They need to stop doing that. They need to pay attention to their children and what their children need. It's a conscious effort. You need to pay attention. You need to teach your child one-on-one. And like I've always said, we learn by listening. Like even children, like babies, when we have babies, a baby can grow up in a household where they speak Igbo, right? And then now the baby learns how to speak Igbo. How did they learn? Nobody sat down and said, okay, this is Bia is calm. Nobody said that to the baby. The baby just learned from listening, right? So it's the same way that's just how babies learn. But the thing is, with children on the spectrum, when you're speaking to other people, it's like random talk to them. So for them, you have to talk to them one-on-one. Okay, so you have to sit and talk to them one-on-one if you want them to learn things. And it will not happen like that forever. It may seem like an impossible task in the beginning, but it's not going to be like that forever. Okay. In the beginning, it may seem like you have to teach them every single thing, but just trust me, just keep doing what you're doing. Over time, they're going to start learning things from their environment as well. And it just gets easier from them. For them. But yeah, start with one-on-one, start with teaching your child intentionally. I think that's it. I think this is the first time I'm doing 20 minutes. I don't know. Okay, but that's it for today. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you watch this on replay, leave me the comments, #replay. I don't think anybody watches my live to the end because you don't ever leave me #replay. But anyway, okay, so that's it. Watch this on replay if you're just joining because I talked about 7 companies that are hiring people on the autism spectrum, and it was so good. So you guys, thank you for joining me, and I'm going to go get my kids from school. Bye.